Hello, Cosmos Country, and the New York Cosmos are spring champions, and that's huge because they did that undefeated in an undefeated NASL spring season. My name is John Frashante, and I am, of course, the host of the First Team podcast, and here with another New York Cosmos match review of the Jacksonville Armada matchup, which was a great matchup, and they played to a 3-3 draw. It should have been a whole lot different. The Cosmos should have, at times, played a stronger defense, but that was not the case. A lot of tough playing in the matchup. Some key players on the Armada's side. Pasquale Million scored 2 goals in the 59th minute and in the 73rd minute. And at one point when he scored one of those 2 goals, he went past the New York Cosmos defense. He went past them totally. Like, they were not going to stop him. And that's a player that the Cosmos need. I'm not saying that the Cosmos should go out there and get Pascal Million. I'm saying that they need a player that goes through the other player's defense, no problem. But at that time, the Cosmos defense was weak or not that strong, however you want to put it, a bit shaky at times. So hopefully that improves during the break. And they played to a 3-3 draw, which wasn't too good, but it wasn't that bad. They got a point, still stay undefeated. They win the spring because they got the draw. And before the match started, the Cosmos had to get a win or a draw to win the spring, and the Rowdies needed the Cosmos to lose and score 6 goals, which was the goal differential to win the spring. The Rowdies had no chance. Cosmos got the draw. Rowdies scored not 6 goals, but they needed the Cosmos to lose, and that was not the case. So the New York Cosmos are spring season champions. That means that they do get to host a semifinals at home at Hofstra at James M. Short Stadium. Which is the great part, is that they already gained themselves a berth in the championship. Come the fall season, they already have them a place in the playoffs, which is great. Because in the fall season, they don't have to compete for a spot in the top 4. They already have themselves in there, which is great. Really, really great from the boys in green. After the match, it was a great celebration. As a supporter inside, it was a great celebration and a lot of different things after they lift up the trophy. Who's kissing the trophy, or who wants to call it a shield, or the New York Cosmos supporters, like, there's not one official name for it. I think there should be. They don't call it a shield. They don't call it a trophy because it's not clearly a trophy. So I feel like there should be a iconic name to it, like a guaranteed name to this shield type spring and fall season championship reward. So that's what I think as a supporter of the team that won it this season. I feel like they should have a specific name to it. But yeah, they won it and they were kissing it. But the greatest part was when most of the team went to the 5 points, the section where all the New York Cosmos supporter groups stand and chant and sing and beat the drum, which is always great, and are the loudest and greatest fans in the stadium. And the supporters went there and was lifting up the trophy, and they were chanting and chanting, and it was crazy. It was epic. It was just great. And you can find that clip, that video, around Twitter and throughout the internet, which is great to see the New York Cosmos supporters and the players sort of thanking the 5 points for their support of being the 12th man, and the supporters thanking the players for winning the trophy, for being the spring season champions, for being undefeated. So that was really great to see. And the Cosmos players are really world-class players, and they do respect the club. They do respect their supporters. Not like the biggest clubs like Bayern Munich or Juventus or some of the bigger clubs. that don't really appreciate their supporters, that really don't care about the supporters, don't care about the supporters, and they are just the biggest club in the world. But for the Cosmos, they are not considered the biggest club in the world. They're not considered one of the top tier clubs in this country. So that's great that they do appreciate their supporters. That no matter how much trophies they win, say they win the Soccer Bowl trophy, say they win the U.S. Open Cup this season, they are still gonna be respectful. They are still gonna represent their supporters. They are still gonna thank the 12th man. So that's what's great about the Cosmos supporters, and that's what's great about the New York Cosmos players. So moving forward, the Cosmos look forward to a matchup against NYCFC, which is going to be a great one. NYCFC MLS side recently joined MLS. There was a lot of argument of why were they joining. Man City owned. Are they an expansion side? Which they probably are an expansion side. Which is probably you actually shouldn't say that, because if I'm a supporter of NYCFC, I don't want you to say that this is an expansion side. This is just minor league. This is a minor league club in the top division of our country, and how sad is that? So they are going to face the New York Cosmos at Hofstra, which is going to be a great atmosphere because NYCFC supporters are going to be there, 1,000. Right when the fixture was announced, they did sell out that section, so the away section will be sold out, but hopefully the Cosmos and the home sections will be sold out as well. And hopefully there will be a great atmosphere for this derby-like matchup. There are some great quotes going on from the both coaches. And the biggest issue is who is going to start, because last season when the Cosmos played the Rebels did not bring Henry, did not bring Dax McCarthy, did not bring their top players to play because Mike Pecky did not take this tournament seriously. On our previous show on the podcast from this past Friday, we talked to Joe from Open Goal New York, and he said that the NYCFC is going to take this tournament seriously because they're on the bottom half of the table in MLS. And that makes sense because they want to win a cup, and this is the easiest way where they can bring a bit more confidence to the squad. They could show their supporters that we can actually win matches, that we can actually be a winning team in this tournament. And the biggest matchup where they can make it or break it is against the New York Cosmos. So it's going to be a tough matchup, but we're going to get to the who's playing and who's not playing, the big stars from both teams, that who may get to start and who is not going to get to start. But some quotes from Giovanni Cerese. He says, it's going to be a derby. These sorts of matches are huge for Euro soccer in New York. We'll be matching up against a very good team. It's going to be a great challenge for us. And yes, it is going to be a big one because reportedly Jason Christ, the manager of NYCFC, says that he is going to bring David Villa. David Villa is going to play. But the question is he going to start? If he starts, it's a different ball game. It's a different matchup if he starts, because he's going to be on the pitch for maybe not 90 minutes, but for most of the first half and a bit of the second half, because I don't think he's going to go the 90 minutes. I think it just depends on how the match is going. Are they up? Are they down? And again, they do have a matchup on the weekend. So the MLS season is going on while the tournament is going on, but the NASL season is over. So that may play into the Cosmos' advantage, which a lot of people aren't talking about, because NYCFC says that they're taking it seriously. They want to win the tournament. They want to win trophies. But you have the MLS season coming up. You have to balance the squad. The Cosmos don't. They have a match next month. So they can play most of their players for most of the match. And again, you have to worry about injuries. You have to worry about all that. But there's not a matchup on the weekend. You really don't have to balance the squad that much. So I feel that may play to the New York Cosmos' advantage. Giovanni Cerese said that Marco Senna is looking better for tomorrow night's match, which is always a great sign. But the question lies here saying, should Marco Senna play if this may ruin his season? If he starts, will this set back his rehab, or would we just want him to rest tomorrow night's match? And again, it's an important match for Marco Senna to maybe rest and to not play would be huge. But I'm just assuming that if he does, I feel he would be more fit for the fall season. But I believe he is gonna play. I'm not pretty sure on if he's gonna start or if he's gonna come off the bench. I feel that just lies on how fit he is. If he's not 100%, I still think he is going to be there. I still think he is going to be on the bench and making a substitution late in the second half. So we are going to see Marco Senna, but I just don't know when. I don't know how fit he is for tomorrow night's match. And again, I want to say this one more time that I do think he is going to play, but we just don't know when we are going to see him. Hopefully we do see him in the first half, and hopefully he stays fit throughout the match and doesn't have any issues going through the match. Also, Raul, he is going to be there. He is going to hopefully make a start. It would be huge for Raul and Lucky to make a start against David Villa and their NYCFC players. And those two up front are killing it in the NASL. And could they kill it in the U.S. Open Cup competition? Would be great. That would just show how good the NYCosmos attack is if Raul and Lucky could get going in the U.S. Open Cup. It is reported that if the Cosmos get past NYCFC, then they would have to face the Rochester Rhinos. So that would be a cool matchup because they've never faced the Rhinos before in the Open Cup or in any competition as well. So that would be a great competition and a great matchup as well. So if you have any questions right now or throughout the night or tomorrow before the big matchup, you can tweet us at One Team Pod on Twitter, on Facebook as well at the First Team Podcast, and on our Google Plus account as well at the First Team Podcast. You can tweet us using the hashtag #AskTheFirstTeam. Also, we're going to have a live show. We have it every single Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, where we go live on Mixler, live 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Mixler.com/firstteampod. You can listen to our show live, and you can leave a question in our chat room on the Mixler live page. So that's Mixler.com/firstteampod, and Mixler is MIXLR. Mixler.com/firstteampod. That's the link that you can go on where you can see our live show every single Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Again, even though that the NASL spring season is over, there is still news to talk about the Cosmos. There is still soccer news going on throughout the world. So even though the NASL spring season is over, the show never stops. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed tonight's show, and tune in on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Mixer. And the link again is Mixler.com/firstteampod. And thank you very much for tuning in. My name is John Frashante, tuning out at One Team Pod on Twitter. Give us a follow and tweet us with any of your Cosmos conversation or chat that you would like to discuss. My name is John Frashante, tuning out. And as always, let's go Cosmos.